Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome. Hi, Katie. I'm glad you're here. Nice to see you. It is a very gray morning here. It's actually snowing now. I have tons of lights all around me because it's so dark in this place. But I'm embracing it as cozy time. Good morning, Jim. Welcome. Glad you're here, both of you, and anyone else that's here as well. Feel free to introduce yourselves or not. This week, for my practice, am focusing on the heart chakra. So that's a bit of a theme today. And it really never hurts to focus on that connection with ourselves and others, our ability to give and receive love, give ourselves loves. This morning, I had a goal to get up and go to the gym, and I was so tired that I really just wanted to go back to bed. So I found a happy medium and just did some stretches, stayed cozy. Yeah, it's always a good place to practice with you people. So today I am seated, but you can be seated, standing, laying down if you want. I usually try to stay away from laying down practices in the morning just because it can be harder to get going. But whatever you and your body needs, whatever your schedule may dictate, you choose how to set yourself up, but do choose, be intentional about how you set up your body and your space every time we practice. And we'll go ahead and get started. So just settling in, 3 rounds of cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Welcome in. We're just getting going. Just starting with some intentional breath. And we'll find a little bit of movement. Set some intentions for the week. And we can do this any day, of course. But since today is Monday and typically, I guess everybody has different work schedules, it's easy to start the week feeling overwhelmed with everything ahead, or like you maybe didn't get enough rest or time over the weekend. And whether all that is true or not, let's just choose to let that go for now and be present. We all woke up today. We're here. That's a beautiful thing. So just settling into the breath, finding gratitude that we have this breath, that we have this morning, and gratitude towards ourselves for making time to start with intention. So easy to just get up and get going with the day and the week and not give ourselves that time and care or notice what energy we're bringing. So we're going to do both, give ourselves that attention, and also be aware of our intention. So let's just find some gentle neck rolls. We're going to take a moment to be intentional about our breathing space, our body, noticing if this feels brand new, tight, or painful, or have you been in touch with your physical body? Are you relaxed? No right or wrong, we're just noticing, maybe tipping the head forward and back. The more space we give ourselves in our physical body, the more room we'll have for breath. Less likely we'll be to fall into gripping without noticing. Take a moment to look over each shoulder with your eyes wide open, really looking. Exhaling to center, inhale to the other side. Another round or two of that at your own pace. Move with the breath, however it works for you. And some shoulder rolls, just loosening up, shaking off sleep, or tension or gripping in preparation of our day or our week. We're fortunate to be here. If we have a busy work week, we're fortunate to have work. If we don't have a busy work week, we're fortunate to have time. Whatever it is, we'll embrace it as it is. And find a twist, twisting your shoulders to one side, maybe with an exhale this time. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the other side. You can use a chair or the ground, whatever works, to find a full twist. And again, we're just moving, opening up, giving ourselves a better shot at full breath. Reach over, big inhale, opening up those side ribs. Exhaling back to center. Being intentional about giving ourselves room, taking time. And especially in this center part, maybe big inhale, lift up those arms, look up to the sky. And exhale, just settling back down. A couple more rounds of that at your own pace. And finding any other movements that your body is saying it needs. Maybe shake a little, whatever works. Whatever works to feel settled and connected. And settling into stillness. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And tuning inwards. Let's just take stock. Go through a body scan. And we're just noticing how we're feeling. Noticing if we have any tension or tightness, jumpiness, apprehension, or if we're relaxed and grounded, or somewhere in the middle. And just noticing for the sake of noticing, or saying, hello, I see you. How are you? How you feeling? What do you got going on? When we're adults, we don't always have other people that ask us that. Sometimes when we're kids, we didn't have other people that asked us that. Now it's our job to be sure we ask ourselves, how you doing? How's today? What do you need? If there is tightness, tension, jumpiness, fear, just seeing if we can breathe to that. Breathe some peace and presence, some reassurance. Whatever we have ahead of us, we'll figure it out when we get there. We have a better shot of knowing what to do than our anxiety or fear may tell us. So right now we just get to be present. And for our breath practice, perhaps place your hands over your heart center if that's comfortable. If not, it's all right. Just let them rest wherever they are. But either way, with a deep inhale, we want to imagine just expanding that heart center, filling it up with fresh energy. And with each exhale, just releasing, letting go of anything that doesn't serve. Inhaling warmth. Exhaling, releasing blocks, anything that hinders us in feeling love, giving and receiving love. Inhale deeply, really expand those ribs, those lungs, that space. Maybe even hold at the top for a bit. Before exhaling, releasing any blocks to showing ourselves love, any doubts, any little voices that say, oh no, you don't deserve that. Just releasing and letting go of that if possible. Inhaling, imagining you're stoking that fire, that warmth in your heart center. Exhaling, allowing that fire to burn away any obstacles, transform any old crap we might still hold on to. Inhaling, letting it be possible that you're more powerful than you believe. Exhaling, releasing, letting go of old messaging. Whatever we face, we can handle. We're all still here for a reason. Or maybe we're just all still here, proof that we're resilient. Maybe there is no reason. It is for each of us to choose to believe. Inhaling golden light energy and maybe imagining the color green. Imagining that powerful energy in your heart center, visualizing, trusting that it's there, even when we can't access it. We're alive, our heart still beats, something's going on in there. Inhaling, feeling the love and connection of the other people in this space. We all showed up for good reason. I believe everyone here is probably better at giving love and compassion to others than ourselves, so trusting that we are sharing that with each other. We all want that for each other, that we can give that to ourselves. It's just part of the human condition that it's tricky. Inhaling deeply and slowly, setting that intention to practice, encouraging you to practice this each morning, just a few minutes. Deep, slow breath. It is the favor we can do to ourselves and our nervous system. It is one of the parts of our nervous system we can take intentional control over to help slow down the rest, to help regain control. Often we don't feel like we have control, and we may not have control over our automatic reactions. This practice can help us regain the control we are capable of, knowing and accepting that so much of what happens outside of us, 99%, is not in our control. But we can have more influence than we know by taking control of ourselves, by caring enough for ourselves to give ourselves this time and attention. Inhaling that warm glow and exhaling, letting it spread throughout our body. We've been powering up the center, the heart center, but let's let it move. Inhale, stoking that fire. Exhale, letting it spread throughout our torso, our limbs, out our hands and feet. Inhale, firing it up. Exhale, letting it spread up through our neck and throat, our jaw and face and skull, filling us up. Inhale, stoking that warmth. And exhale, letting it spread out through our external surface so that we have a bit of a bubble around us. A bubble of that heart energy. Maybe it's big, maybe it's right around us. Maybe it's gold. Whatever works for you. Maybe there's green there. But inhaling deeply with intention and exhaling, strengthening that powerful bubble, that boundary can keep us safe, help us maintain our energy. It's a busy time of year. So easy to get scattered and feel drained. We can take the time and set the intention to maintain our energy, to better notice when someone is asking intentionally or unintentionally for us to share our energy. And we can decide it's okay. There are plenty of great reasons, activities, humans, things to do. There's a lot of good reasons or good things we can spend our energy on. And there may be some things that don't serve us that we give our energy to. So we just want to be intentional. And the more we practice giving energy to our own boundaries, our own sense of self, our integrity, the more we notice when we're being asked to share that energy, and that we can decide, yes, this sharing will actually benefit me. It will recharge. It will benefit others, and that's okay. And I'll choose to give my energy in that way. Or no, this might benefit others, but it doesn't benefit me, and I don't have the energy to give. Or maybe I do. We get to decide. We want to be intentional and we want to protect. So just deep inhale, pulling in more fresh energy. And exhale, empowering ourselves, our boundaries, our precious heart space. Our energy is worth protecting. It matters. Our heart is worth protecting, even when we don't believe it. When we don't believe that our heart and our energy is worth protecting, those are not our voices. Those are old voices. That's some old conditioning, some old thinking error, some old self-protective measure. It's baloney. Everybody here is worth giving love to. It is not selfish. It's healthy selfishness to practice this. It's the oxygen mask that lets us help others. And self-compassion does not come easy in our culture. We're just not trained that way. And when we practice, nobody even needs to know. It's just for us. I think we practice before we feel it. So even if it doesn't feel accessible, we practice. I matter. I matter enough for this 15 minutes this morning or more. I matter enough to take the time and energy to give myself good nutrition and healthy movement, hydration and sleep. All of that matters. We matter. Last few breaths, just check back in. Maybe let your hands settle and check back into your physical body. See if you created any change. It's okay if you didn't. And it's okay if you did. But let's just spend the last few breaths with our own selves, treasuring these moments that we have to spend with ourselves. It's a gift. You're a gift, each of you. You're in good company with yourself. Again, if you don't believe it, just keep practicing. It's not your fault you don't believe it. It's a cultural issue. And as we wrap up, take a moment to set an intention. What is an action you can take this day, maybe this week, maybe every day, whatever works for you? But what is an act? What is something you can do to show love to someone else? Whether it's others as a whole, whether it's Mother Nature, whether it's an individual, someone you care about, someone you are angry at. What's something you can do to show love? And compassion. And who is someone, this is not an action, this is just an intention, who's someone that you don't feel comfortable with, that you don't like, that you don't agree with, that you're angry at, who grinds your gears? And can you take a moment to send some compassion their way? You don't have to share that out loud. This is just practice for yourself. See how it feels to flip the script. We know how it feels to ruminate on the things we don't like. How does it feel to find some compassion for that person or that group of people? And lastly, but definitely first, not least, the most important, what is something you can do for yourself? We're back to action again. How can you show yourself love and compassion? What is something you can do? This morning, letting myself not go to the gym, not go through the routine I had planned, but do what felt right for my body was an act of compassion, not laziness, no matter what other voices said in my head. What's something you can do for you? A different day going to the gym might have been an act of compassion. We just kind of have to feel it out as we go. Today, staying cozy, having another cup of coffee, putting on comfy clothes, making my space comfy. That was the act of compassion that my heart and body needed. So, what do you need for you? Three rounds of cleansing breath to finish up. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And go get them, tigers. I hope you all have a good week, a good day. Try to not keep this too Monday specific so you can do it any day of the week that you want. And I must have needed it because I went a little longer than intended, but I hope that that was helpful. I hope that set you up to feel a little more intentional and a little more present in your body and your lives. Hi, Kate. I'm glad you could join. Wonderful. I'm glad that was helpful. Yes. Thanks, Jim. 'Tis the season. I feel like it now is getting to the point that maybe it's overdone, that this can be a stressful time. I don't know. We just work for balance. Hi, Bridget. I'm glad you could join. This is my Aunt Bridget, everyone. Welcome. Yeah. Feel however you feel. Need whatever you need. Maybe it's a season of joy. Maybe it's a season of stress. Maybe it's both. Probably it's both. Whatever it is, we want to just notice what's going on for us. Notice if we're being told we should feel a certain way, or even if it's a little commercial or it's a song or something that sneaks in, or being at the grocery store and seeing people being festive and feeling different. There's lots of little tiny triggers. So it's more about noticing and then letting ourselves feel how we feel. Thanks, Anne. I'm glad that you could join. And I think that's it. Take care, everyone. Have a good week. And I will see you Friday evening for my last Montana meditation. This is my last Montana morning meditation. And then, unless we get snowed in next weekend, but hopefully that doesn't happen. And then I'll be back in Salt Lake for a while. So I'll see you all Friday evening if you can join. I hope that you take care of yourself, find ways to practice whatever it looks like. Switch it up if you need. Yeah, that's right. We are on our own and together in our solitude. We're never alone when we enjoy our own company. And that is a practice, but it's an important practice. All right, I got to have breakfast. Take care, everyone. See you Friday.